Hi, my name is Chinse Daniels. I am a small business owner and a co-founder of a wonderful organization.
What is that?
Socket to Autism. And we are a newly formed organization in Northern California. And I am super excited about the adventures we're going to have, but also the services that we'll provide families.
What inspired you to dedicate yourself to serving the community in this? I know you serve the community in many facets, but in this particular one.
Well, Socket to Autism means everything to me because I have a grandson who was just diagnosed as being on the spectrum of autism, and I watched my daughter not having the support system that she needed for medical care and for socialization skills for my grandson. He's 3. He's very active, such a happy child, and he deserves to have every opportunity in the world. And so watching my daughter become a little exhausted because running around after a 3-year-old is exhausting, and just wanting to fill in the gap for her sometimes, but also seeing how difficult it was for her, knowing that there are children out there with inabilities that may be more, and knowing that there are parents that are tired but maybe don't trust certain public systems. For minorities, that's a difficult thing. So maybe that, or maybe they have a bad experience, but being able to provide a service that allows the parent to have respite, but also to allow the child to have some socialization and just fun, play, and be themselves without feeling intimidated. That's what I wanted to do for my daughter. But when one of the co-founders was like, this is my idea, this is what I want to do, I was all for it. I was like, oh, we got the same dream, So being able to actually have an organization spring up and it come to fruition, and we actually see that socialization is for everybody. It's not just for one demographic of people, but it's for everybody, and children learn and thrive in that. So they're not intimidated by, oh, I can't do this. I can't speak or I can't hear, but I can still communicate without feeling like there's something wrong with them. I think being able to provide this service is going to change a lot of lives, and I'm grateful for the opportunity.
What big event do you have coming up? Can you tell us a bit about?
So our big event that's coming up is a soccer camp for children or young adults that are on the spectrum. It is a soccer event. We have coaches that are trained to deal with that demographic of people, and each family will have time to sit down and relax and actually watch their children play instead of worrying about if they're going to run which way or that way and them chasing them. We have people that will be there securing the area. It will be other resources out there so that they can get the support that they need or learn about a resource that they need. And that will be May 17th at Danny Nunn Memorial Park in Sacramento, California. And I cannot wait. We're always looking for volunteers. We're looking for, of course, donations. We do need soccer balls. We do need people that would like to help maybe provide some type of gift for the kids to walk away with so that they can memorialize their time with us. Also, anytime there's things that we have to pay for. So if you want to make a monetary donation, you can do that as well. Just call me and we will make sure that you get what you need and it will go to the tournament.
Can you share a favorite childhood memory that still brings you joy?
Absolutely. So I was very fortunate. My grandparents were our babysitters. So they were the family go-to. And I can remember my grandmother bought me a little yellow dress from JCPenney's. I thought I was high-end. And I remember when I would get out the car, she would always meet me at the end of her driveway. And I would walk up. She had these bricks that were about yay big, but they were lined up all the way up her driveway. And she would let me, not my brothers, not my cousins, but she would let me walk on those bricks. I had on these black shiny shoes, my little yellow dress, and we walked up to the top, and my grandfather opened the door and he's like, "Hey, sweet girl." And even though that wasn't common for him to do, he did it for me. And I just remember that. It was just one of the best moments of my childhood because he didn't do that for everybody.
You said you're having the event at his park?
Yes.
Can you just tell us about that?
Yeah, my grandfather was very huge in community service and giving back and making sure that people felt heard. And when he passed away in 2003, maybe 2 months after, we were called to a city council meeting, and they dedicated, without our knowing or even our initiation, the city decided to name the park that's down the street from my grandparents' home the Daniel Nunn Memorial Park. And we have since had, I didn't know that was going to make me cry. That's a good thing because I was able to take my grandchildren and sit them on the actual sign that says Danny Nunn Memorial Park and take their picture and let them know that they have a legacy of helping and loving on the community. I love that too.
I love it.
He had this legacy, and not just me. He wasn't just my hero, but he was other community members' heroes as well.
Love it.
And I love that.
What made them choose him?
My grandfather used to literally go to different places. He belonged to the Veterans Association. He was an Army vet. He was a part of the city council. He was a part of a lot of change in Elder Creek. The MLK walks, he was one of the first to organize MLK walk from Elder Creek to the state capitol. He provided, when families were not doing so great in the community, he provided food. He would literally go and volunteer at every event. Like, I'm so similar to him, not in the way that I'm saying that I'm just so great, but in the way that he passed down a legacy of giving. It means so much to me to be able to do for the community because I want to make him proud. I want people to say, oh, that is Danny Nunn's granddaughter, because he was all out in the streets doing stuff for people too. I mean, going to the dam and getting salmon and bringing it back so families had something to eat, going to the bakery, buying. And my grandparents was literally the stopping point for all the kids in the neighborhood. Everybody was there eating, having fun. We probably didn't even know that we were poor or anything like that because there was always plenty. My grandparents had all kinds of grandkids, but they didn't turn anyone away if they needed something. And my grandfather was a mason, and they did the toy drives, they did the fireworks, anything that you could name, my grandfather was a part of. Providing the huge Easter egg hunts at George Sims Park. He actually started the petition to rename George Sims Park. So he was involved in so many things in his community, in his church, with his business. He was just a great man, in my opinion.
What does raising the bar mean to you?
Raising the bar, to me, means looking within yourself and seeing how you can progress. Making sure that you're listening to others, because you may not have every experience. You may not be equipped to learn every single thing, like paying for that education. But when you find a mentor or someone speaking life into you and pushing you to the next level, you pay attention. And for me, raising the bar is not just for myself, but also for people that can't come to actual meetings for Raising the Bar or can't make it to a particular thing. If I go to a Raising the Bar event, I'm listening, I'm taking it in, I'm preparing my mind. How can I regurgitate this information to someone? Because you might not be in the building, but that information is still valuable. So I take it back and share my experience with everybody else. That's raising the bar for myself, but also for my community. And I think that's important, that this life is not just about me and what I can get and what I can take out of, but how can I help the next person go to the next level? How can I help them find their gifts and their motivation? Some people just need somebody to listen and help them move forward.
What is your legacy, or what do you want to be your legacy?
I just want people to know that I cared. I saw them. I wanted to help. I'm pushy. I might be a little bossy, but I want them to know. I want people, strangers, to know that when my smile is there, it's genuine. It's coming from a place of, I see you and you are valuable and, your life is deserving and I wish you the best. I hope that if I inspire anyone, it will be my grandbabies to be the same way. Don't let status and, just things take you out of a space of we are all human. We deserve to be happy, and that's what you got to reach for. Happiness, your happiness.
If your life were a book, what would its title be and why?
Confronting my convictions, because I'm not perfect. But if I don't do the work, if I don't move myself forward, if I don't raise my own bar, then, I can't blame anyone else. I have to be the one to do the work. And so that would be the name of it.